How's it going, DFS community? Today, this your main man, Clout, coming from DFS Lifestyle. It's not a game, it's a lifestyle. And I'm just checking in with you with this GPP slate pick today for the Sunday Night Millionaire Maker. I have a couple quarterbacks, couple receivers I'm looking at, and going to go ahead and get into it. Today, we have Kamara up top, who's going against the Los Angeles Rams, which who just recently last week gave up 37.9 points to Christian McCaffrey, who went off. That I have Alvin Kamara up here at the top because he's one of the guys that could put points on rushing and receiving. And we look back last week, Christian McCaffrey went off against these guys for 30-some odd points because he put up points in rushing and receiving. And if you take a look back last year, this game ended up being a shootout. And this is a GP pick stack for a shootout. And Kamara went off for 2 touchdowns running, 1 receiving. So he also has the possibility to do that again because we know he's a vocal point around this offense with Drew Brees and Michael Thomas. So I'm looking at Alvin Kamara. I'm starting off with him because he's putting in points rushing, receiving, and he can score a touchdown either way. So he's a great pick, and I love him, and that's why he's up here at the top. Then we're looking at Tyrell Williams, the Gazelle, and he's out here, and he went for 6 receptions, 105 yards, and 1 touchdown. And this was against the Denver D. Now, Denver D, it has changed. It's not the best as it used to be, but what I'm liking is looking like Tyrell Williams is ready to step up for the #1 role receiving. And he's caught his receptions, he's getting his yards, and he's getting a touchdown. And I think he's ready to come from behind the shadows of Keelan Allen and everybody in the Chargers and really ready to step up, take on the role. And against this poor Kansas City D, that let DJ Chark go off on them. And who is DJ Chark? I don't know. You need to find out. I will show you if you continue watching. Let me know if you do like these picks or not. Put a comment down below. Are you feeling this core or not? But I am liking Tyrell Williams in the shootout, and his price on the sites is great. So we'll be looking at Tyrell as one of the core because we know Carr will be throwing it up and trying to get it to him to catch up and meet up with, the main man, Patrick Mahomes, who will be trying to go off. So I am looking at Tyrell Williams as one of my core plays, stepping up as the #1 wide receiver for the Raiders, Oakland Raiders. Derek Carr, #1 man, other than Waller, is Tyrell Williams. And with the poorest D of the Kansas City Chiefs, I'm thinking he should put up a great fantasy DFS, taking a spot that AB was supposed to get and becoming the #1 receiver. A guy who has his head on his shoulders, not as crazy as AB, that's ready to get out there, run routes, and put in the work. Looks like he's ready to take the #1 role and lead. And with Kansas City not having a serious defense and letting Gershu go out there and pass on them and throw several touchdowns and have a decent DFS week 1 coming off the bench, unknown, not expecting to have to go in the game, haven't practiced with the ones, and that's why DJ Shark actually was the one that came up with more points than Westbrook because Gershu was used to practicing with DJ Shark. Saying like, bruh, who is DJ Shark? Junior? Well, this is DJ Chark Jr., the guy that put up 4 receptions for 104 yards and 1 touchdown against this Kansas City D last week. And you know what? It wasn't Nick Foles who threw it to him. It was Gershu, a backup. So this is really letting me know that Kansas City has not addressed this defense issue. And this is why I'm thinking Tyrell, the Gazelle, Williams should have a great fantasy day. At the price that he is, I'm thinking he should excel. With DJ Shark Jr. going off, it shouldn't be no reason for Tyrell Williams, the Gazelle, to go on and prance on into the touchdown. So this is why he's one of my core guys this week. And I'm going to run it back to you with the main man who won a lot of money. Now I'm gonna be honest, I didn't have Sammy Watkins in my lineups that won me a lot of money. Unfortunately, if I did, I probably would have taken everything down. I didn't have Sammy, but I had other guys like Jackson and Jackson. I went Jackson and Jackson. Lamar Jackson, Deshaun Jackson. Then I stacked them up with, Cook and everybody else was in Ingram. I had Ingram in there. I had a nice little piece first week, so I'm trying to come back with a nice relevant spot. So I'm going ahead and correlate that shootout with Sammy Watkins from Kansas City, who has stepped up. He's the number one receiver now. Tyreek Hill is out with the main man, Sammy Watkins, who went off last week. And I'm expecting him not to exactly put up as many points as he did last week, but I'm actually expressing a little regression from that. But a little regression from 30 to 40 points, 25 to about at mid 30s possibly. I'm expecting him to put up points against this Oakland defense. Now I understand that Denver didn't wasn't able to put up too many points, but if you look back, Emmanuel Sanders went off because I had him in that slate, and Emmanuel Sanders put up like 17.1 points, and he really didn't have a great quarterback backing him up. He had Flacco. So with Sammy having Patrick Mahomes, and then what also I want to tell you about, you can run this game back as a correlation GPP stack, and it might turn into a shootout. So I'm looking for Sammy Watts to be as one of my core players to go ahead and put up a great, nice DFS fantasy Sunday for me. So this is exactly why he's in a core play. It's not called point chasing when it's just a matter of fact the correct play to play. Don't look stupid. Oh, I'm going to fade Sammy and this and that because y'all point chasing. No, this is the top offense of the league. And Sammy is the vocal point now. Everybody's going to be on Sammy, just chalk. But sometimes it's good chalk. And sometimes you got to eat the good chalk and be contrarian in other places. But today, on this week's slate, I will have Sammy comparing him with Tyrell, hoping that that turns into a shootout. And then as you can see in my flex, I'm going to running back. Score guys, Austin Ekeler. Now as you can see, he did 12 rushes, 58 yards, and he got a touchdown rushing and receiving. And this is why I have him in my flex. Because as you look at this guy, not only does he have receiving stats, he has rushing stats. So that's a plus. That's the double conundrum that I'm trying to talk about, the flex. You want somebody who can give you points in both stats. It's not that you have to just have one receiver or one rushing or a tight end. You want a guy who can give you points in both categories. And this is why I'm ending it with Austin Ekeler, one of the vocal points of the Los Angeles Chargers game plan now that Melvin Gordon has sat back. Ekeler is the man who has stepped up. And Williams might be out this week. Keenan Allen is a good pick, but Ekeler is going to not only receive yards like Keenan Allen, he's going to get rushing yards. So this is why he's also one of my main cores in my lineup. A real workhorse, the new workhorse every day is a running back that runs and catches. So you're trying to get a 2-for-1 situation in this flex spot. That is what you have to see. That is what makes the difference in this flex spot than any other position on this board. Good luck. This is your main man Cloud coming from DFS Lifestyle. It's not a game, it's a lifestyle. Go ahead and like and subscribe if you're here. This is my main core for this weekend.